If you're single and hate it, then this video is for you. Or if you find yourself in a relationship that might be a little bit toxic and makes you feel a little bit anxious, upset or stagnant in your life, then hopefully this video will give you a new perspective and empower you to make the changes in your life that might need to happen. So number one is probably the most important reason why you should enjoy being single, and that is to learn to love and enjoy your own company without the need for other people to fill you or gratify you. So you can use this time to really build on yourself and learn and grow and work out who you are and what you actually want out of life, what kind of person you want to be in the world, and what you want to do. You can get to know you better, and because there's always more to discover about yourself. Trust me, you are much more complex than you probably are aware of, or perhaps you are aware of how complex you are. But either way, there's always more to discover about yourself. Personally, I find that meditation and yoga are awesome ways of really connecting with yourself, whatever it may be for you, doesn't matter. But these are just different ways to really work out who you are. You can also start making the changes that you want to make in your life to start living happier and healthier. Perhaps you can start on a new diet, you can start exercising, just building up your knowledge, building up your body, building up your experiences. All really helps to build your character. And ultimately that's what you want to do. Before you're thinking about any form of a relationship or anything like that with someone else, you want to be working on yourself so that you have a strong foundation, so that you're not relying on someone else, anybody else around. You have a strong foundation within yourself, a strength, so that you don't form unhealthy attachments to people. And this is what can turn a relationship very bad. So basically, instead of focusing on trying to find someone, focus on you. Build you up. Don't focus on trying to get someone else into the picture just yet. Build you up. Try and work on being the best version of you and changing your life the way you want to see it. Which brings me to the next point number 2 of why and how you should enjoy being single. If you can't be with you, you cannot be with someone else. Which basically means if you can't sit with yourself and enjoy your own company, then you're likely, if you attract a relationship at all, you're likely going to attract a relationship that is a dependent one. Someone that's very similar to you. They can't be with themselves, they can't sit with themselves. They constantly need that attention or gratification from another person in order to feel good or whole or even just okay. And you find that a relationship between two people like this is just not going to be a healthy one where you're both going to grow, because you're going to form an unhealthy attachment to one another. In the case of this relationship, you're both inevitably going to suck the life out of one another, and it's not going to benefit anyone, because basically the relationship will be lopsided and imbalanced. It wouldn't be an equal exchange. Okay, that's what a good relationship is. Good friendship, good any form of relationship, there has to be an equal exchange for it to be a healthy and growing one. And then the flip side to this scenario is perhaps you're someone that's actually really figuring out who you are and what you want out of life. And if you attract a relationship where that person is draining you and always constantly seeking gratification from you and not returning the favor, so to speak, then they're basically going to be holding you back on your path. It sounds very like brutal or heartless or cold to think of it like this, but it's really not. When you're staying true to who you are and the kind of life that you want to lead, it's not being cold or heartless, it's being appreciative of who you are and appreciative of who they are. Because if you enable the kind of behavior of draining the life out of another person, well, then you're not teaching them anything. Perhaps by letting someone go who you don't have a healthy relationship with, you'll be teaching them something or leading them in a better direction for themselves to be able to better learn who they are and how they can form good connections in life, good pathways. I strongly feel that a partner should be on sort of the same level as you. It doesn't mean they have to have the exact same interests as you or anything like that. Like, in a lot of cases, opposites attract and you can learn a lot from one another, but you have to at least be on similar wavelengths. You understand each other, you understand the direction you want to go in life. You know, if they're just not there with you, then it's not serving anyone. Often in life we unconsciously treat people how we've been treated, especially in the form of relationships, at least in my experience. And you know, until we become conscious of this, we can then start making changes to form better connections, better relationships with those around us, those that we love or want to love. The third and final point is, think of how good a relationship could be once you get yourself in order. Once you stop seeing a relationship as the epitome of everything that could happen well in your life. Because you'll find when you start working on yourself, really just focusing on you for a bit, building your knowledge, your experience, your capabilities, your competence, then eventually the right girl or the right guy will come along and you'll both be on the same level. You'll both be working towards lives, your own individual lives, and fulfilling those lives, and together you can help each other out. You've got to be best friends, not just people that are like bound together. It'll probably just feel right. You'll know that they're the right person, and you won't depend on them. You won't depend on each other in a destructive and toxic way. You'll help each other expand and grow, and you'll be watering each other's garden rather than taking flowers away. And by this point, you'll understand that you don't need another person in order to make you whole, in order to satisfy you. You satisfy you, you make you whole. Any other person in your life is a great addition, and if they're not an addition, then what are they? A subtraction. Sometimes I have to put it bluntly, the relationship will be an addition to your life. It will not be a necessity for you to be happy. You can be happy now. You can be full now. You can be working on your dreams now. You can be really trying to work out what you want to do with your life now. You can have fun now. So until this magical relationship comes along, which it will, you can read, write, draw, pick up an instrument, start a hobby, play a sport, meditate, do yoga, find what works for you. What are you interested in? What do you want to do? Find something that makes you passionate, your joy, something you can be creative with, something you can just do for hours on end, and you know, the time just flies by because you're just in your element. That's the thing that you've got to be doing more of. When you are strong and grounded in yourself and you're working towards your best life, doing your thing, regardless of what happens, regardless of who comes in and out of your life, you're going to attract the best people that really want to be around you, because they feel like, oh wow, this guy is actually working towards something. I want to be a part of that, or I want to be near that guy, and because he inspires me to do the same. Be that guy. You are all you need in order to find fulfillment. Trust me, you're the person you've been looking for all this time. Just look in the mirror. That's the person you should love. So in essence, what I'm saying is, if you find yourself to be single, keep being you, challenging you, evolving you, and building your life the way you want to see it, regardless of the relationship. And then when one comes along, you're going to be so ready for it, and it's going to be so much sweeter. Just accept where you're at right now and realize the amazing gift it is to actually be single, because you might not be single for most of your life. Think about that possibility, that the majority of your life might actually not be you being single and have that individual kind of exploration like no other time. And if you're in a relationship, perhaps it's given you a new perspective, a new empowerment to maybe improve your relationship or to move along. Thank you for watching. If any of this helped you, please like, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And please have a nice day.